That's really cool, man. I like that. I like what we're talking about. Let's move on. Let's go on to the next topic. We're pressed for time these days. This is how it goes. So, our second topic, as usual, we kind of bring it to you. We have, some research that we do on the side. We try to figure out exactly, how we can have an informed conversation over what's happening in the real world. I wanted to ask you, because you guys are, I'd say, one of the older bands we've had on the show, because we have a lot of college students, as it is.
Naturally.
And so I just see you guys as a real professional group of dudes. And I want to know, if you guys have been playing for 4 years, this is longer than any other bands we've been with. What's some ways stylistically that you guys have changed, plan on changing? Is that a thing that you see with bands of your caliber these days? Sticking to a cookie cutter format, or are you guys just evolving? Can we talk about that a bit?
I mean, we're definitely changing the sound.
Yeah, we've changed a lot since we...
Yeah, it's morphed into different things. When we started out, it was kind of almost folk rock, kind of
Yeah, I don't know. A lot more, I don't know, poppy.
Catchier, and then it kind of shifted into, I guess, heavier
alternative stuff. So
faster, harder stuff, and still pop. I mean, we still play, alternative stuff. I consider our sound to be 90s alternative type.
90s alternative. That's a good sound. I like that.
That's fair.
It's always hard to describe your own sound,
Right.
People will always give you, their opinion on who you sound like, but
you want to say it's unique, but it's not.
It's just not.
You've heard it before.
Yeah, everything's, it's a derivative of something else. So.
It's influential. What have you guys been listening to lately?
Lately, let's see, listen to Beach Slang. They're another Philly bass kind of punk band I listen to a lot. Yeah. Basement, Balance and Composure. We listen to Ryan Adams.
Basement, Ryan Adams. Ray LaMontagne, that new record, really good as well.
So here's the deal, right? I wanted to ask you about how you feel about those kinds of transitions, because you have you have examples of Darius Rucker, Hootie and the Blowfish,
sure.
How he changed, he transitioned into a country kind of style. Some people agree with this, some people don't like it. How do you guys feel about stuff like that happening and these bands that they just change their faces,
I think, as a musician, you're gonna want to, you're not gonna want to play the same thing for years. And what was this band originally? Hootie and the Blowfish, right? That was the 90s.
Yeah.
So what's he gonna play Hootie and the Blowfish for 40 years? He wanted to change, and he was able to do it. So I feel like you're gonna have to evolve and change into something, at least a little bit.
Yeah, and we've been playing with a lot of the same bands kind of coming up with us, and everybody's sound has changed a lot. Take one of our bands, our buddies' bands, the Warhawks. I feel like they changed a lot. They got heavier. Just a great band. Love going to see them. Yeah.
Okay. All right. But so, good or bad? I'm thinking in terms of do you guys see yourself as that kind of transition a detriment? Do you want to grow? How do you guys feel about yourselves?
Yeah, I feel like if you just try to recreate the same songs or play the same songs over and over, I feel like that can't be a good thing. So,
no, it never is. Definitely.
Yeah,
you gotta. It's creativity. You gotta just keep being creative. Come up with new stuff. You get bored with the same stuff. If you're playing that repetitively. So.
We'll try to write a new song every practice if we can. If we write 50 songs, we might keep 15. 10,
right?
So
yeah, that's the hope.
Which is kind of different. When I was playing, before this band, I never really had that type of songwriting process. But for us, I feel like we just kind of rapid fire write. We'll write, and just throw out what we don't like. So it's not we have to write this specific type of sound, or we're gonna keep working the song forever till we get it right. It's the word, just throw it against the wall and see what sticks.
The word that I know Rich and Morgan hate is jam. You can never say jam.
Be a jam band, yeah.
It can't be a jam.
Just don't do that. Yeah.
I love to jam, but these guys they love the song structure. So hopefully it's good that we meet somewhere in the middle, and it's good for everybody.
No one wants to hear a 15-minute song, so
that's true. No one does.
I do. I do. I hear that riff all day.
That's cool, man. I like that.